Hi guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be predicting the scores of week 33 of this 2019-2020 Bundesliga season. Now, as usual, before we get started, let's have a quick look back at how well we got on in week 32 and a big congratulations to Bayern Munich for winning their 8th title on the trot. And Paderborn, of course, for
Paderborn got relegated.
Getting relegated, so commiserations to Paderborn. But yeah, Nathan, how did we get on last week?
So last week I had an alright week. I got 7 points with one perfect score being the 1-0 Union Berlin win over Paderborn, sending Paderborn down, of course.
Yeah, and I had a very satisfactory week. I came away with 10 points, 2 perfect scores. The Freiburg victory over Hertha Berlin and the 1-0 win for Union Berlin over Paderborn. Representing the viewers last week was Blue Army, and Blue Army came away with a respectable score of 8 points. So overall now, Nathan, you're on 35 points, I'm on 44 points, and the viewers just trailing by 2 points on 42. Top scorers of last week, and there was 2 of them. One was David Redgriff, regular contributor, came away with 9 points, and joining him was Harrison Crane, also with 9 points. So yeah, congratulations David and Harrison. But enough of last week, let's crack on, make some predictions for week 33.
Okay, so first up we have the champions Bayern Munich, and they are going up against Freiburg. Freiburg getting a good win against Hertha Berlin last week, as we just said, 2-1. Picking up a good bit of form, Freiburg are possibly pushing to get into the Europa League for next season, which is amazing since they've all just come up like Sheffield United. But unfortunately, I can only see one way this one's going. 4-0 Bayern Munich. They're going to want to keep the pace up and try and get as many points as they can at the end of the season.
Yeah, Bayern Munich currently on 76 points, 10 points ahead of Dortmund and 13 points ahead of Leipzig, of course, coming up against Freiburg. Freiburg in 8th position last time out, a victory against Hertha Berlin, a 2-0 win in that match. Bayern Munich, as we've already said, is the 8th straight title. Lewandowski getting the solitary goal in their victory last weekend against Werder Bremen. Looking at this fixture though, Freiburg, their last win away from home in the league was 18th of January. Yeah, Bayern Munich going to be too strong for them in this one, and I've gone for a 2-0 win. Incidentally, all these matches taking place on Saturday afternoon at the same time, which is brilliant. 2:30 UK time. Next up, we've got Dusseldorf against FC Augsburg. In the reverse fixture, Augsburg actually won this one 3-0.
Dominated.
Yeah, Dusseldorf in 16th position, so they are in that playoff berth for relegation. At home against Augsburg. Augsburg currently in the 14th position, losing last time out against Hoffenheim, which was a home defeat.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go for a home win for Fortuna, as some people call them, or as they know, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory. I think they're going to win this one.
I actually disagree with you. I think it's going to be 2-1, but the other way. I just think Augsburg will pull away from them. And looking at some of Augsburg's recent results, they do like to pick up points with teams around them or below them. So they're definitely going to be up for this one. And if they win this game, push Dusseldorf further down. I mean, if Augsburg win, then they're definitely staying up. So I think they will 2-1. Next up, we've got Cologne versus Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, Frankfurt, good win against Schalke last week, even though everyone beats Schalke at the moment. Then Cologne getting hammered by Leverkusen, not really surprising there, really. Frankfurt getting some good form since the season's returned. I think they were really patchy before the league restarted, but they're getting loads of wins now, only losing to Mainz, but they like a bizarre result, to be fair, so I can only see Frankfurt winning this one, and I can see it being 2-1.
Yeah, I agree. I think Frankfurt are going to be too strong for Cologne in this one. Cologne all over the place at the moment, haven't really got anything to play for now. They've lost 4 of their last 5 fixtures. As you said last time out, getting beaten 3-1 against Leverkusen. Frankfurt totally the opposite, really. Their form, they've won 4 of their last 5 fixtures. Last time out, beaten Schalke 2-1, and prior to that was an away win against Hertha Berlin. So only one winner for me. I'm going for a 3-1 away victory to Frankfurter in this one. Next up, we have got Mainz, victorious last time out against Dortmund. Shocker. Against Werder Bremen. Werder Bremen, of course, 17th position at the moment on 28 points. Have to really win. They've only got 2 fixtures remaining, so really need the points in this one. And I think they're actually going to pick up the 3 points in this one. Okay, Mainz had a very good result last time out, 34 points. Okay, there is a possibility they could still get dragged in slightly into that playoff berth, but it would take a humongous effort from Dusseldorf for that to happen. So I think Werder Bremen are going to win this one on. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away victory. And interestingly, Werder Bremen have won their last 3 away fixtures.
Interesting. Well, I think that run's going to end, to be honest. I think
against Mainz.
Yeah, Mainz are going to. I think they're actually going to build from the victory against Dortmund. Like they have recently, they do pick up the odd wins, but they do like to have up and down form, so they win one, lose one, win one, lose one. But I don't know, I think they're going to get 2 on the bounce here after finding a way around Dortmund, and really they do need to pick up the points if they want to stay up. So I think that's going to happen, and it's going to be a 2-0 victory to Mainz.
Yeah, that first Mainz goal that they scored against Dortmund, brilliant play down the right-hand side, crossed in, and the header, phenomenal. And of course, the second goal was a penalty, so which I thought was a little bit harsh, but there we are.
Okay, so next up we have Hertha Berlin, and they end up going up against Bayern Leverkusen. Hertha Berlin lost last week to Freiburg. That is now 3 losses on the trot, even after the good run of form they've been having prior to that. And then Leverkusen up there in 4th, up and down form. Kai Havertz been inconsistent recently. He has on and off games.
He scored last week.
Yeah, he did score last week, so he did play well, but this one could go either way, really. To ensure that they get Champions League football next season, and to keep Gladbach out of the Champions League spots, they really need to win this one. But I don't know, I just think Hertha Berlin will be able to salvage a draw, so 1-1.
Yes. Bit of a possibility there, but I think Hertha Berlin's season is over there now. Leverkusen need the points. They're going to be fired up for this one, so I can only see that there is going to be a victor in this one, and it is going to be a Leverkusen. I'm going to go for a 1-0 away victory. Next up, we've got Hoffenheim at home against Union Berlin. Union Berlin in recent weeks picking up a little bit of form. 2 wins, victory over Paderborn, again Paderborn bottom of the table, and a win against Cologne, and Cologne, we know how bad Cologne have been with their form. So in this one, I think it's going to be a win to Hoffenheim. They are in 7th position. There is a chance for them to get into the Europa League, so I think it's going to end up mirroring the result earlier in the season where Hoffenheim won 2-0 at Union, which is surprising because Union are pretty decent at home. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 home win to Hoffenheim.
I've actually gone for a 2-0 Hoffenheim home win as well. I think, like you said, they're going to build on it, potentially push above Wolfsburg if results go in their way. So 2-0 to Hoffenheim. Next up, we've got relegated Paderborn, and they're going up against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Gladbach, 2 more points, and then they go above Leverkusen if results go their way. And Paderborn, they don't really have much to play for now, so unless they want an upset, then there's nothing there really. But I can see Gladbach overpowering them. They want to push the Champions League, so 3-0 Gladbach.
Yeah, I agree. I think Gladbach are going to win this one. Paderborn haven't really got anything to play for apart from pride, of course. Mönchengladbach need to cement themselves in those European spots. There is still a chance of them getting the Champions League, so they're going to be going all out, all guns blazing. So I'm going to go for an away win to Gladbach. Had a decent result last week, beating Wolfsburg 3-0. So their focus is really on this Champions League spot. An away victory for me, 2-1. Next up, we've got Leipzig against Dortmund. Tie of the round, you could say. Dortmund shockingly losing last week against Mainz. Mainz are terrible throughout the since the enforced layoff, and Leipzig 2-2 draw against Dusseldorf. Dusseldorf fighting for their lives themselves. Timo Werner scoring a goal. We know he's on his way to Chelsea
officially
now.
signed today at the end of the season.
Yes. Earlier in the season, this finished. It was a 6-goal humdinger. This one. I think there's going to be goals again. Can't really decide who's going to win this one. Dortmund haven't lost 2 consecutive matches at all this season, so it doesn't look like they're going to end up on being defeated. And Leipzig haven't lost since the 25th of January, so it's got draw written over it. High scoring draw. Desmond's 2-2.
Interesting. This one has draws written all over it, but I can tell you now that this is going to have goals written all over it, and I can just see Dortmund bouncing back, really.
Wow.
Well, they are. The manager's going to be into them, especially after losing to Mainz as well, and they're going to want to secure that second place. So, going to be loads of goals. 4-2 Dortmund.
Wow, bold.
Bold, yes. And finally, we've got terrible Schalke, who I don't even know the last time they even won a match, and they're going up against Wolfsburg. Well, this one's got Wolfsburg written all over it, even though they have dropped it in a bit of form in the last few matches, losing 3-0 to Gladbach last time and then drawing their match the game prior. So they need to pick up form again. And then Schalke just terrible, even though they did have a good draw against Leverkusen not so long ago. But this one has a Wolfsburg win written all over it, 2-0.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a Wolfsburg victory, this one, but I think it's going to be tight. I think Wagner has probably been laying into his players recently. Okay, he's known for his attacking style of play, however they are shoring up that defensive. Okay, they're losing, they're drawing, but they're not getting hammered, or they haven't been in the last 5 fixtures. I think Wolfsburg will win this match. They need to bounce back after that defeat against Monchengladbach last time out. So I'm going to go for a narrow 1-0 victory to the Wolves in this one, Wolfsburg. So that concludes our predictions for week 33 of this 2019-2020 Bundesliga season. As usual, I'm going to leave a template of these fixtures in the description. All you need to do to play along at home is copy and paste them into the comments, and like David Redcliffe, Harrison Kane, and if you're lucky to be selected on Friday evening, you Blue Army as well, you can get a shout out in the next video. One more week to go with the Bundesliga season. It's all tied up pretty much. Well, it is tied up for the title. Interesting now, Champions League spots, Leverkusen, Monchengladbach, even RB Leipzig, they're all play, and Wolfsburg. So it's all to play for in those Champions League positions. Dusseldorf, of course, got a little bit of a chance of getting out of that final relegation zone or the playoff zone, and Werder Bremen really need to win as well. So it's all to play for. Is there anything you'd like to add, Nathan, before we go?
So to my channel, link in description below. There is a live stream on my channel 12 o'clock on Sunday for the Cardiff City Leeds match.
Okay, that kicks off
at 12 o'clock on Sunday. That's going to start 5 minutes before.
Fantastic.
Should be, but get around there for 12 o'clock. Link in description below. It's going to be a good time.
Fantastic. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Premier League predictions coming out again probably on Sunday evening, Monday morning, so look out for those. Thanks for the support, and we'll see you real soon. Cheers, guys. Good enough of last week. Let's crack on. Make some predictions for week 33.